Hi everyone and welcome back to another tutorial from my Simply series range of books. Today I'm going to be taking you through Rise and Grind, which is from my Simply Jigs and Reels book, so I do hope you enjoy that. If you want to know where to get the book from, there'll be a link that's coming just above my head here, or there'll be a direct link in the description bar directly underneath this video. So if you want to know how to play Rise and Grind from Simply Jigs and Reels, then please keep watching. So what I'll start by doing is playing the whole piece through for you, then I shall take you through parts of the music. Okay, so this says fun and lively, and I just want to address the speed first. Now this could be played a little bit faster. There is some room for negotiation with this speed. The reason why I didn't play it as fast as it probably could have been played at the start is just because I wanted to give you guys a better flavour of how it's supposed to sound, and also, you know, it can be a little bit unachievable if it's played a little bit too fast, and can be a little bit daunting. But if you do want to play it a little bit faster and work up to that speed, if you do want to play it that fast, I would just suggest some slow practice. You know, until you can get your fingers around the notes. This is pretty much the hardest thing, I would say, with the jigs and reels. There's nothing technically difficult in them. It is just the speed and just getting your fingers around the notes, because it's very kind of diddly diddly and it's very arpeggiated, but the arpeggios are moving forward and backwards and all that kind of thing. So the other kind of major difficulty in this is probably bar 7, and it will just require a little bit of practice there. But as you can see, there is a 3 on the F sharp and a 3 on the G. So you might be looking at that F sharp and thinking, well, hang on a minute, why can't I play a 2 there? The reason why you can't or really shouldn't play a 2 there is if you look at the note before it, which is on the last note at the end of the second line, which is a C natural, you'll know that a C natural is normally in a back position. So if you've got your first finger, well, you've normally got your first finger there, and then your second finger for the C natural is going to be right behind the first finger. And then the very next note on the next line, beginning of bar 7, you've got a stretched second finger. But because this is going too fast, you just can't take it from a second finger there to a back on A string to a second finger stretched on the D string. It's just not going to happen that way. If you did try and do that, it would sound like this. Well, I can do it. You can do that. It's a bit cumbersome though, it's a bit 50-50. It worked for me just then in the demonstration when it really shouldn't have done, but normally 9 times out of 10 it probably won't, and it'll sound a bit sort of fudgy, and it'll sound sort of, you know, you might get a little bit of scratch or scrape, or it probably won't be in tune. So the better way to do that is to put a 3 on it. So you've got your second finger on the A string, which is going to be there, and then you just reach your third finger across for that F sharp, where you would normally put it. So you've got a 2 there, your third finger, and then you've got a third finger for G. So you just slide it up. So it's there for the F sharp, and then you just slide it up. And that's a much better way of doing it. So if I show you a close up. So reach it over and stretch it. And you can either do a 4 for the A, or you can do an open for the A. I've got a 4 for the A just because then you're back on the D string and it saves you doing all those string crossing. But it's entirely up to you. So you could do it the kind of harder way by doing a second finger on that C as normal, and then trying to stretch that second finger for the F as quickly as possible. You could do that, and if that's going to work for you, then that's fine, go with that. But the way I was taught to play, which is the classical way, that's the way that I would approach that personally if I was playing this, because I know that's going to be the cleanest and the most precise way of doing it, and it will work 100% of the time. If you did it the other way, it would be a little bit dodgy. I think it would only work for me probably 70% of the time. And if I was performing that, I don't want something that's going to work 70% of the time. I obviously want something that's going to work 100% of the time. So that's the way I would tackle that. So that's it really, that's the most technical part of this. I don't think there's anything else to mention, just apart from work slowly, The whole point of these pieces is that they are quite simple and everything, with just one or two kind of little things to overcome in them. So I hope you enjoyed the piece as much as I enjoyed writing it. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to check out the other links underneath to the other books. I've got Simply Jazz Blues and Rags, Simply Gypsy, Simply Romantic, Simply Country, loads of stuff, and they'll all be linked underneath, and they've all got video tutorials to them as well. So don't forget to check those out, and I will see you in the next video.